Pakistan People's Party has already completed its first year in power, a year stuffed with bittersweet happenings. And to get the administration's version on this, how the year has been, I'm joined by Mr. Qamar Zaman Kaira, the Federal Information Minister. So thank you for taking the time out. Now let's start with the law and order situation. We know the very latest bombing, once again a suicide bombing within Islamabad, that too inside a police station. Do you think this is a battle which we have already lost, or is this something that we are still continuing to understand what it is?
When you lose the battle, you surrender, and state cannot surrender in front of the such enemies or terrorists. So there is no justification of saying this, that we have lost this war. We will not lose this war. We have not lost. As far as this thing is concerned, that the suicide bombing has restarted in Islamabad and Pindi and in some parts of Pakistan. Yes, there are people in Pakistan who want to destabilize the country, who want to destabilize the economy. When there was a political turmoil in the country, or there was a political struggle in the country against the government, this judicial movement and PMLN, and especially after the 25th of February, there was instability in the country. Their cause was served. Now the things are stable. Now the things are under control. The things are moving in the right direction, and Pakistan is going towards stabilization. Economy is performing good. Government is performing good. The things which were hurdles in the way of the government and for normal or smooth functioning of the government, those are removed. So that's why they have again started these things, because they want to destabilize the country. And the people of Pakistan knows very well. They know it, that such forces just want to destabilize Pakistan. We have to fight it. This is a tendency. These institutions, these mindsets, these tendencies doesn't evolve in one day or 1 year. These evolve with the years. They stay for the years. They go with the years. So we have to fight it. Now we have curtailed it. The sequence is, of course, a low number, but they are not away from Pakistan. They are very much here, and we have to fight them. We have to fight this tendency as well. Of course, we have to fight the terrorists, their hatcheries, their centuries. But as far as this mindset is concerned, this may take some time, and we have to fight this mindset to really eliminate this tendency.
But kudos to your government for restoring, again, the deposed judges. However, there's another concern that on the one hand, we have one judicial system in the mainstream land, and for instance, in Swat, we have a parallel judicial system, which is also of concern to your Western allies, for instance, London and Washington. What's the status of this judicial impediment?
There is no separate judicial system in Pakistan, let me make it clear. There is judicial system, the same CP, the Criminal Procedure Act and the Civil Procedure Code, that is exactly applied in Swat and all the other areas. That is speedy justice. Nizam-e-Adl means speedy justice.
Has it been signed by the President?
It has not been signed by the President, but it doesn't mean that President will not sign it. President has made it conditional that if the situation on ground over there in Swat becomes normal, there are some conditionalities that the situation becomes normal, then we'll immediately apply this. There is no restriction. What is wrong over there? A regular judicial officer, whether of grade 17 or grade 20, whatsoever the post is, whatsoever the office is, whatsoever the court is, that judicial officer of the regular judiciary with the regular law performing or law knowing person sitting over there with additional support of a reputed alim. And this is not new in Pakistan. In Kashmir, this exercise is being done for last many years, and there's no problem. The law, the same law, the land law is applicable over there, and the alim sitting over there helps the judges to decide the things exactly as per the law of Quran. Because this is our constitution, that no law in Pakistan can be against the injunctions of Islam.
And a little bit about the Punjab situation. Now, you have been able to manage the political crises. However, the second leg is going to be 17th Amendment, 58(2)(b), whether it is going to be transferred to the Parliament. Your views?
Prime Minister of Pakistan, addressing the nation, he restored the judges, and he, in the same speech, he offered the political forces, especially Mian Mohammad Nawaz Sharif, that let's move forward. And we have to follow the roadmap which was decided or signed by Mohtarama Benazir Bhutto Shaheed and Mian Mohammad Nawaz Sharif himself. And by and large, all the political forces of the country, by and large, they agree on that charter of democracy. So, this offer was very well received by Mian Nawaz Sharif. He responded very well in a positive manner. We are very thankful and we appreciate this spirit of Muslim League and its leadership. Now, they invited the Prime Minister. Prime Minister Sahib himself went there in Jati Umrah, and there was a very constructive meeting over there. PMLN and People's Party and all the political forces, we have agreed that we will move forward with a specific time limit and with a speed to move forward for all these impediments, all these hurdles in the way, whether they are 17th Amendment or 58 2B or otherwise. There are many things. This 17th Amendment is just one part of the COD. COD will address much more larger issues, and we are going to address that with the consultation of all the political forces. That is on the agenda, and all the political parties are ready.
Have you, as administration, decided upon whether you are going to keep with Governor Salman Taseer, or do you think, in the interest of the reconciliation, there could be someone else to replace Mr. Taseer?
This is prerogative of the government or the president. He has to decide whether he has to continue him, because he's his nominee over there. This is as per the Constitution of Pakistan. I can't say.
All right, let's move on. And
because this is job of the president. How I can comment on it?
Sure. And a little bit about the state of economy. Most of the economic assistance has come from the IMF. However, the investors' confidence is dwindling for obvious reasons. So, are we in a situation to move beyond IMF and come out with indigenous packages to once again streamline the economy and restore investors' confidence?
When we discuss about the economy and we go for analysis of the economy, we must keep in mind the whole world at the moment. There is a big turmoil in the economy, there is a big crisis in the world economy at the moment, and Asian economies are performing better than the developed world, and especially from the Asian economies. Pakistan's economy, the indicators are very good. Our inflation is going down, which is a very good sign. Now the rupee or the currency flow in the market, that is quite successfully available, it is going very good. So economic indicators are showing good results. Our stock exchange is performing better. This is growing now after a long time. This is a happy sign. There are many hundreds of thousands of people are being laid off in America, in the developed world, the biggest economies. Hundreds of thousands of people for the last 6 months. But in Pakistan, not a single man has lost his job. Rather than that, we have re-employed the people. We have those were ousted by the previous government. And now we are also giving more employment to the people of Pakistan, and this is fiscal space with us. And gradually, the confidence of investors, yes, of course, not only by the performance of the government, but there are many other things which we have to think. There are many policies of the government, of course, which were hindering the investment of flow of investment in Pakistan. That is coming now. The foreign remittances, those are growing. Our trade deficit, that gap is now bridging. It is coming very close now, and we hope so that in the days to come we will handle this issue much better. And now we are going for the Friends of Pakistan. We are going for the Friends of Pakistan in Japan. In that conference, we expect that there will be a good response for Pakistan over there, because we are fighting. We are not asking any help from the people, from the world. We are not begging from the world. And our nation and our army is not a paid army of the world. No, we are fighting a war which is damaging us and which is a danger and damaging for the world. So, what Pakistani society and what Pakistani nation and what Pakistan country as a country we are losing, we have the right to ask that please share. Everyone can't share with us. We are losing our lives. And so, we are giving our blood. Sure. And blood and life have no value. But what fiscal losses we are facing, we have to ask that please come and share with us.
Your point is well taken. And a little bit about the foreign policy. Now you inherited a whole baggage from the Musharraf regime, and now when we've already come to first year of the PPP in government, are we any better off in terms of our commitment as well as our relationships with, for instance, Afghanistan, India, and the West in general?
Look, this is quite amazing. You have posed your question in a very different manner. If you just look at the performance of the government, we were in a very bad shape of relations with the Afghanistan. Our president, on his first day, on his oath-taking ceremony, he invited the Afghan president, and now we have very good relations comparatively. When we talk of the good relations with the Afghan government, we always talk in comparison with the previous times. At the moment, our relations are good, not bad, but not excellent as well. We have to move forward. The things are gradually moving in the right direction. As far as India is concerned, we were very hopeful and we were about to make some breakthroughs. But unfortunately, this Mumbai incident shook all the things. At the moment, there are some deadlocks, but things are quite moving in a quite right direction and pace as well. So we hope so that bilateral talks will resume again very soon, and we can move forward on the roadmap which was settled by our leadership, our government as well, and Mohtarama Benazir Bhutto Shaheed and Zulfikar Ali Bhutto Shaheed as well. That roadmap is with us, and that is the only way to move forward with India. We want a very peaceful and very cooperative atmosphere with India, but after resolution of our main dispute of the Kashmir. So we were very confident, but unfortunately this incident of Mumbai, as earlier mentioned, that this has shook or overshadowed our relations. Now the things are in the right direction. There are good signals from Indian leadership as well. So we hope so that in very few days or weeks, the bilateral talks will resume again, and we will be able to build more confidence to resolve this basic issue and the other issues as well.
Well, and finally, what would you want to tell your viewers, our viewers, what can they look forward to in the year ahead?
The year ahead, yes, we are struggling and we are trying our level best to give a better government to the people of Pakistan, because the issues of the people. There are some reports and some people who are saying that the political parties are fighting for their own jobs and for their power, not for the people. There are unemployment, there is hunger, there are many issues of the people, and they are not talking of those things. Who will talk that? Who will address those issues? Government. And who will form the government? Politicians. And what politicians are doing? We are trying to form a stable government, a better government, which can resolve the issues of the people of Pakistan, which can address the issues of the people of Pakistan, who can move forward according to their manifestos and their roadmaps and their plans, which they promised with the nation on the elections and pre-elections as well. So this government making process is only for the people of Pakistan, and I assure, inshallah, in the days to come, our party, with the help of the other parties, our government will be able to resolve this political issue, this political crisis, and we are trying to overcome. And in the days to come, yes, we are quite confident that we will be able, we will have some fiscal space with us to give maximum facility to the people of Pakistan, which is our basic job.
Thank you very much once again. Minister for Information, Qamar Zaman Kaya,
Hello.
It's a hope.
Hello.
That we can look forward to. So now let's take you back to the studio.
Hello.